here so you can see. We're gonna start off with Black Adam, which had some casting news that came out this week.
No.
Look at this cast. I'm a fan. Now here's the thing. Admittedly, my Black Adam knowledge is quite minimal. But I know that The Rock is quite excited for it, and he has been for years, and he has not stopped talking about it. But so we have Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Black Adam. We'll start over here to the left. We have Aldis Hodge as Hawkman, who I've seen in a couple things before, so I'm happy to see him get his flowers right now. Noah Centined, I believe is how you say his name, as the Atom Smasher. I am not familiar with him. I don't think I've ever seen him in anything, but I may be wrong. And then this beautiful woman over here, Quintessa Swindell as Cyclone, blessing us with that presence. And then rounding it out, this handsome gentleman has been handsome for years. I don't think he'll ever not be handsome. Mr. Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. So initial reactions. What do you think of this cast of Black Adam?
I mean,
I think it's cool. I like that there's so much color. I like
the diversity is great.
Yeah, I think that's great. I mean, I have some feelings about us making DC films. I do. I get confused as to, like, I had a friend text me over Black Adam and they were like, what universe is this in? And I was like, hell if I know. I was like, we'll figure it out.
John, I think I asked you this yesterday. So this is technically speaking, this is part of the DCEU, right?
Yeah, so I think this is going to be a continuation either of the Shazam story or kind of like, either a prequel. It's going to be a new kind of foil for Shazam. I'm not sure. I know that Black Adam and Shazam are like they're always going at it in the comics, I believe, right? Or am I mistaken?
No, yeah, I think I read somewhere that supposedly they're going to meet in Shazam 3.
Yeah, so I imagine that this is kind of laying the groundwork for that.
So technically speaking, would that say that Dwayne The Rock Johnson is beating up a little kid?
Yeah, everybody that fights Shazam is literally assaulting a child.
I said this in another chat yesterday. I actually wasn't a big fan of Shazam. Like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad movie, and I think I'm one of the very few people that wasn't a big fan of that movie, because I know a lot of people really did like it.
I didn't love it either, to be honest.
I wasn't a big fan of it. I thought it was okay.
I mean, when it came out after Suicide Squad, Batman, the Josh Whedon Justice League, because we can't say Justice League in general now, because
we need to clarify. We need to clarify.
Josh Whedon,
very different.
The artist formerly known as Justice League, because of the shit called.
Pretty much, exactly. And we had all these kind of movies like back to back that were kind of really, lower caliber and just, not actually engaging for audiences. And then here comes Shazam, which is, the story of a child in Philadelphia, who's like a bad person, but surprise, he stumbles on to a, ancient Greek shrine here in Philly.
As we all do.
I think that it was just a different tone than what Zack Snyder had set up. Mm-hmm. So I think that they were and I think it's all in response to Marvel. Like that, like they were trying to go with this darker type of cinematic universe, and it wasn't being relayed, and people weren't getting it, and WB was just coming in with their claws and mixing it all up and messing it up. And then they were like, all right, well, heartfelt things like Ant-Man. Like, I feel like Shazam is their version of Ant-Man.
That's fair.
It's family, fun oriented. Because I mean, I'm sorry, when all the kids came out at the end, they all turned into superheroes. Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen it, it's been out for years. Deal with it.
It's been a couple of years. You should probably see it by now.
But like once that happened, the entire time watching it, I was like, there is not a child watching this that is not going to find someone to look at and be like, I relate to them.
That's fair. So in regards to Black Adam, Bruce, I'll start with you. Are you excited for this movie? Like, what are your thoughts on Black Adam?
Yeah, I mean, like you said it before, Dwayne Johnson has been excited since 2014 or 2015.
Yeah, he's been talking about this movie forever.
He's been down to do this project since then. I think it was casted years ago to do it. So, and I mean, you gotta love The Rock. Like, I mean, I love everything he does, but like his personality, just his attitude, his acting, his everything he does is just like always just so much fun, and I can't get mad at The Rock for doing something.
Yeah, and it sounds
so
like
just
he's like this
just
is like a
most
passion project for
DC
him.
Products. I think it'll be entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll like be okay. I'm going to hope, because it's had such a long time to kind of like digest and simmer and really come to fruition. Hopefully it'll be like really just thought out, as opposed to in my opinion, some of the other DC works that we've had. But hopefully it'll like really be fleshed out, and they can like begin a whole new world out of this. So we'll see. I mean, I'm excited.
He posted this 5 hours ago. He said,
I think you're muted,
Adam.
Kyrus.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. He wrote this about 5 hours ago. This is what he looks like right now. That is insane.
It's just not maintainable. I think The Rock is like one of those people, like I look at him similarly to the way I almost like look at like Jennifer Lopez, if you know what I mean, where it's almost like he seems like somebody that really maybe doesn't come from a privileged existence, that perhaps has like really won essentially. And I think it's like really awesome. I'm excited to see it more like Bruce was saying for him. I'm excited more to see like The Rock than I am really to see the story, because I just think that like the DC universe is like, they throw like spaghetti at the wall and they like hope something sticks.
They're hoping for more Aquaman and Wonder Woman, you know, to hit with the audiences.
But then what's so crazy is like, I love Wonder Woman, I love Aquaman, but then you'll have so many people that don't like those movies. You know what I mean? And it's like, you're not going to like everything. I think it'll be great. I think it'll be cool. I just hope that I hope that whatever universe they put it in, it just remains in that universe, and we don't have like in 2 years a new Black Adam movie with a new Black Adam, and like it's just like too much.
You know what? I wouldn't put it past DC to somehow find a way to screw it up. Sorry,
it'll
DC.
be Michael B. Jordan in like 2 years, like playing Black Adam.
At the same time, though, the thing that is wonderful about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, let's say his full name, let's put some respect on that name. No matter what movie he does, and like there have been many movies where I'll sit and watch trailers for it, and I'll be like, "This is gonna be a shit show." And like
Rampage,
exactly. But like he is just so charismatic. It don't matter. You put him in front of a camera and you give him something to do. He's going to sell it, and it's probably going to be a blockbuster.
Did you see that movie where he had to climb up that skyscraper? It was like the world's tallest building, and he had to like, I forgot what it was called.
Oh yeah. It was he's like climbing and jumping from buildings.
The movie. I didn't see it.
Yeah,
I didn't see the movie.
It's like a world-ending movie, right?
No, not that.
No, that's San Andreas.
That's San Andreas.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's another one. You're right.
Yeah, there's one that he has to like rescue his family, like who's stuck at the top of a skyscraper, which is on fire. And here's the part that I didn't know that I heard from other people in this movie, because of course he's an amputee. He's an amputee. Yes, I'm dead ass. So he like they just had, because since it's The Rock. Since it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, they had to find a way for him to look to like be vulnerable. I guess I don't know.
They're like, it's almost offensive, like when you think about it. But it's
I was gonna
like,
say,
it's just ridiculous. Like it's like we're gonna have a movie where somebody else plays Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and he's just like doing different films, and there's like people are like in a meeting room, and they're like, set him on fire, cut his arms off. They're like, maybe take an eyeball out, and they're like, and honestly, make him gay for this movie. And then it's like,
from his mouth to your ears, Jesus,
it's like
your name we pray.
I think Dwayne "The Rock" is great. I'm not gonna say I don't think he's great.
I like him too.
If you've seen one Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson film,
oh yeah,
you've seen them all.
Yes,
but that's why.
But we always come back for more.
We always do come back for more. But I don't know if we could put Scorpion King in there, but but well,
That was a pretty
Oh,
bad.
hush
movie,
your
yeah.
tongue. Scorpion King is phenomenal. Have you watched Scorpion King recently,
Yes.
girl?
Oh, recently?
The
No.
first one.
I
not
saw
the
it.
other 5 made-for-TV movies.
No,
that
I
they
saw the
came out
first.
with.
I saw the first Scorpion King,
Yeah.
and I
so
walked
good.
out saying, "Okay."
You're not gay enough, Kyrus. You
What's crazy? What's crazy? First of all, like we could talk about this on a different podcast because the only person I'm watching in any of those mummy movies is Imhotep, number 1, and I'm like, and number 2. What's crazy is that was like his first acting thing.
It was.
The
Yeah.
Mummy too.
That was
Yeah.
the first
Yeah.
thing he came out.
And now
from
he's like a
WWE.
legitimate
Yes.
actor.
And
Like,
and
he's
we
an
also
actor.
we need to put some respect on the Mummy franchise, specifically the first 2 movies. Those are 2 of the greatest movies of all time. I don't care what anybody says.
Girl, I'm sorry. I lived my best life as a young gay boy watching Rachel Weisz with them motherfucking weapons, bitch. You don't understand. Birthed this homosexual. Birthed me. You know,
That
birth of
woman-
a, you know, birth
that
of a
wo-
nation. Birth of a homosexual.
The
Thank you.
woman